Hello, my friends. I want to talk about overthinking today because so many of us might not even think of ourselves as overthinkers, but you'd be surprised. My name is Casey Michelle. I am a full-time breathwork coach, facilitator, as well as a content creator. And I create videos all about breathing, which seems really like, what could I know? What could I not know about this thing? There's probably a lot you don't know about this. So I'm here to enlighten you on that and share some information that could really change your life, because your breath is your life. So when you change your breathing, you literally change your life. And that's not even some foo-foo-y shit, that's like some scientific shit too. It's backed by science, I promise. So whether you believe in science or spirituality, either way you need to breathe better. And if that excites you at all, or if that interests you in any amount, can you please give me a thumbs up? Can you please subscribe? Can you please comment down below when you find yourself overthinking the most? Or if there was like a chapter in your life, or there's just like certain scenarios that cause you to overthink. I want to know. Let's comment it down below. I know for me, I tend to overthink decisions. I think most of us maybe do that, but really like the most minuscule decisions. Not like where are we gonna eat, that doesn't really get that crazy. I know that was probably the typical one people would think of. I just overthink my like plans for the day, or like the sequence of things that I wanna do, or just even projects that I wanna release, I might overthink as well. Like I really wanna do this, but like, am I capable? Is it going to look the way it looks in my brain? You know, just all those tabs that start to open when we get creative ideas, or we have certain beliefs or thoughts of things that we want to do or things that we want to be. Well, I have your remedy. The secret is right under your nose, literally. I know this might seem like some new age BS, but again, like I mentioned, this is literally science, so it's not even really on the new age shit. The way you're breathing is the way that you're thinking. Think about if you try to make a decision or investment in something while you're running on a treadmill. You probably wouldn't really be able to think too straight, right? Now that's an exaggerated example, but most of us are really in these hyperventilation, these subtle hyperventilative breaths more often than we really think we are. Most of us are over breathing or not breathing at all. We're in this kind of freeze state. And both of those allow for our mind to just go crazy, the monkey mind to just go wild. And you would be so surprised, in this work that I've been sharing now, I've noticed so many people, and myself included in my own experience, like really be thinking or feeling so much pressure in maybe a certain area of their life, do some conscious breathing, start to calm down the nervous system, aka the mind, and realize maybe that mountain isn't as big. Maybe they can actually ask for help to get over that mountain. I mean, so much clarity just comes pouring into so many like problems the mind was trying to make. Diaphragmatic breathing is the cure to overthinking. I will stand on that hill till the day I die. It is so true. Even if you don't think you are an overthinker, I can probably tell you that you are, just because of how many people I've worked with that don't realize that they're anxious or that they're overthinking. I mean, just in a conversation maybe with a friend or the cashier, you might be overthinking how you're speaking, how if you should make eye contact, if they're having a bad day. I mean, there's like so many thoughts that go on up there every single day. There's also 23,000 breaths every single day. So it's 23,000 opportunities to calm down. So if you think that like you overthink things and you tend to just really almost freeze because you're overthinking things. I know for me, in moments I can be like, can get some imposter syndrome, I can get a little perfectionism syndrome, where I just am overthinking something and it never happens because I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I've been there. And I can promise you that like literally taking 5 slow breaths will start to ease that roller coaster of gymnastics that's going on in the brain. When you practice your breath work, I always use this example, but I really like to think of the lungs as if they're plugged into the mind. So when you breathe in, the mind is expanding. When you breathe out, the mind is releasing. Shallow breaths, shallow thoughts. Deeper breaths, deeper thoughts. You can really think about them as one and the same, air and thought. A lot of times people come to me and they're like, meditation is really hard, I don't really know. Breathwork is a little bit different because it gives you that clarity. All you're thinking about is the breath, the focus. You're not actually thinking or trying to think or trying to not think. None of that stuff is going on. You're just thinking about your breath, and in a result, your mind starts to clear instead of trying to clear the mind and do the breath thing at the same time. I personally love doing breath work first and then going into a meditation with more of a clear state. So if you feel like you need some help with this, if you're like, well, okay, but like how, girl, where do I get started? I have a ton of freebies, first of all, over here. Like this channel's got a ton of free breath work at your will. 5 minutes, 30 minutes, it's all right there. And of course, just like bring awareness to your breath. I think that is like the key thing. Really focus on your exhales. That's a really big part of breathing. Sometimes when we think of breathing, for whatever reason, we only think of the inhale, but I'm here to share that your exhale is part of a breath. It's part of breathing. And the better your exhale, the better your inhale. Really, really make it a point to make space. We are overthinking, we are receiving, we are doing so much. So when you let it go, it allows for that next inhale to be a little bit softer, a little bit better, a little bit more medicinal for your mind and your body. I really wanted to just talk about mental health in this video. In an upcoming video, we're going to talk about the emotional health and processing of emotions that becomes very mature and refined when you have the breath as your anchor. It really, really allows you to help process emotions, go about them in a more eloquent way, if you will. But today, yeah, clear your mind by clearing out the breath. Really exhale, let it go. Let it go. You're not an overthinker. You don't have to define yourself as that. You can change your breath and literally change your mind. It's real. I didn't make that up, I promise. If this video shed any light on any part of you that could resonate, please let me know, again, by liking this, commenting down below, subscribing, checking out some more videos, because I've got a ton here on this channel. And I love to talk about breathing. There's so much I could say here. Also, feel free to let me know if there's any suggestions, any topics you've been dying to hear about when it comes to diaphragmatic breathing, breath work, wellness overall, but focused on the breath, of course. Let me know, and I would be happy to make that happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, sending you love. See you in the next video. Peace.